Jackie with 35th Avenue, and sorry about the little thing. We're trying all this new things. You know how everything's going to new technology, new ways to doing things. So bear with us. I think we got it all solved now, and hopefully you can still hear me. So I hope that's the way to go. So again, I'm Jackie with 35th Avenue, and we're doing a virtual expo. So Sewing Machine Expo, because by now you know Rusty Barn, the Sewing and Crafts Festival, has been postponed this year. So we decided to bring it to you, whether it's virtual or in our event center, whichever you prefer. And if you're watching this now, it's virtual right now. So we decided to bring you JUKI today, which is our first #1 is JUKI, which is awesome. And she's like, woo, JUKI on it. So what we're gonna do is basically go through the different machines. We have great prices on machines, and you're gonna learn a lot about the different JUKI machines and so forth. So a couple little things. We are doing drawings, and you'll be announced the drawings by tomorrow, but the way you win the drawings is you have to comment, you have to share, you have to like, do all that so you get more. The more you do, the more noise you make, the more you get in the drawings. So make the noise. If you have questions, type it in. We have someone watching for questions and everything, so that's good on it. And again, if you want to purchase it, you can always call our store at 602-841-5427 and hit extension 3. And since we're going to have a lot of flood with calls, you can leave a message, but tell them what you want to do, like what you're looking for and so forth, so we can get the right person to help you. So again, 602-841-5427 and extension 3 gets right to our sales ladies. So let's start. It's, we're excited. And we have a JUKI educator, the expert, because you know what? We always learn everything when Sherry's here on it. So Sherry Miller from JUKI is here, and she's going to tell you all about JUKI and all the different things and everything. So we're excited to have her. And hi, Sherry.
Hi, Jackie. Thanks so much for having me. All right, so this beautiful machine here is our latest addition to our JUKI family. It is the DX-4000QVP. You can see just right off the bat that you have this great space for sewing. It is 12 inches from the needle to the edge of the machine. You also get this great extension table with it. It's 22 inches by 12 inches. You also receive all these wonderful feet with the machine in this case. So this all comes with the machine. Some of the great key features of this machine you'll notice right off the bat, and I'm going to go ahead and sit down here. You'll notice right off the bat we have this great color screen that we can scroll through and use. So you have your practical stitches. You have 15 built-in buttonhole stitches, every buttonhole you could want. We have applique stitches, tapering stitches, quilt stitches, scallop stitches, and it just goes on. And so you can just scroll through, very easy to use interface. You can even go to the JUKI website here. Let me get out of here. Right from the screen, you can actually go right to the JUKI website. And on that JUKI website, you have all your help videos. You have projects. If you don't want to listen to videos, but maybe you want to listen to music while you're sewing, you can actually access that all right there from that panel. So that's really a great thing to get lost in. And I can spend hours just scrolling through different tutorials on here. So great feature. So let's just go back here to our sewing mode, and I'm gonna pick the straight stitch and just show you some of the quick things you can do right here on the screen. So I'm just gonna choose the basic straight stitch, and you can see right here on the screen I have a whole bunch of instructions that I don't even have to get my book out. It's all right here. So it's going to tell me what feet that work best for the straight stitch. I can do a locking stitch or a forward back stitch just at the touch of a button. I can end my stitches the same way. I can use my presser foot. What it'll do is it'll automatically lift the presser foot and set it down. I can have it when I get done at the end of a seam to cut my threads, bring them to the back and cut them. I can change my stitch length, and you can see as I change that, you can see it changing automatically right here on the screen. I can change the pressure, so how tight that holds it. So if I'm using a thicker fabric or I'm using thicker batting, that is all changeable right here. So just right at my fingertips, I have so many options. I can change my needle position.
This is cool. This is one of my favorites.
I can change it one thread at a time, so I can get that really precise top stitching. Or if we're doing a lot of garment sewing and we want to do zippers, you know, you can bring it to the left just at a touch of a button, or the right. So super awesome, super cool. Just everything is perfect right there for you. Anytime you want to make a change, you just touch the screen and you go back. So we can turn all those on and off, whatever we decide to do. One of the great things about this new machine is it does have a smart feed system. So you'll notice in our different feet that we use, I'm going to pop our foot off here, the different feet that we use, we do have a slot in the back of our foot, and a lot of our different feet have those. I'll just pull another one out here. You have a slot in the back of your foot, and that is for the JUKI Smart Feed. So when we go ahead and attach this new foot here, and our feet are snap-on, so we're just going to lower our foot, reposition it a little bit here, and get it snapped right in there. And the reason I picked this foot is I'm actually going to show you how the Smart Feed works when we're doing decorative stitches. And the Smart Feed, if you can see this, is right here. It's actually attached to the machine, and you just bring it right down and it slides right into the foot, just that easy. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick a decorative stitch here, and we're just going to do these beautiful leaves. And oh, it's not going to let me do, I'm sorry, it did that because it's doing a backwards motion. When you do the Smart Feed, you have to always use a forward motion. So let me try this one here. So now I can engage that Smart Feed. So the machine actually will not let you crash and mess up, which is a wonderful feature for the machine. So we're just going to go ahead and put our fabric right underneath here and line it up, lower our presser foot. So what this is doing is it's going to actually feed our fabric from the top and the bottom evenly. And we have a speed control on our machine, so we can slow that down or speed that up. So what do you think, Jackie? Pretty cool.
I love it. I think that's great.
With our decorative stitches?
That is great. Because you always need it when you're doing this type of stitching on your
right,
quilting.
And I love to do quilting or decorative stitches for my quilting. And I'm not going to sew this whole thing, but what I can do is use my thread cutter, and just that beautiful. I have decorative stitching for my quilting.
Did you see that? Look at that. Let's get a close up on that.
And you can show the other ones too.
Oh yeah, look at this one. That's beautiful.
And one of the other things that I love about the JUKI top of the line machines is we also have this great feed dog system.
Oh, this is great.
So this is a single hole feed dog system with a single hole needle plate. So can you see those right there? So instead of just changing out your single hole needle plate, you're actually going to go ahead and change out the feed dogs as well. And I will give you a close-up on why that is so important here. So we're just going to pop our plate off, bring it off to the side, and I'm going to disengage our Smart Feed system, and I'm going to pop our foot off.
So you're basically taking the feed dogs out?
I'm taking the feed dogs out of the machine. I'm just popping them right out.
Nice.
Now, if you look at this up close and personal, you guys see that? On our multi-feed dog foot, we have 7 points of contact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what that's going to do is, as we're doing our decorative stitches, it gives us more of a surface to pull our stitches through. Well, when we are doing straight stitching, we don't really want that. We want our focus to be just a nice, even seam where our thread doesn't go anywhere. So we only have 3 points of contact. So we're gonna get that much better straight stitch.
Gotcha.
And to put those in, we literally just slide it in the back here and pop them down.
Of course, everyone's watching it.
Of course.
It never fails. You can do it in your sleep.
It's kind of like our losing video and you guys get to hear me sing.
Yeah.
All right, and they just pop right down. And then one thing is you just want to make sure you get the right needle plate on there. And we're just going to pop that needle plate on. So it really is just that simple. I'll just show you real quick a little bit of free motion quilting here. We do have our free motion quilting foot. It is clear. It does act as a ruler foot as well, so you get that added value. And so we're just going to pop that on, single hole needle plate, and you go. Quilting is really just that easy, Jackie.
Wow, that's great. It's a smart machine.
It is.
It's a great machine.
It is. And it's going to tell me that I was using another pattern, so please.
Oh, so
Get rid
it
of
tells
it.
you so you can't.
Yeah,
You can't
so you
mess
can't
up.
mess it up. So when I change that plate, I cannot do any decorative stitches. All right, and the next
Well,
machine.
let's talk about price, because people are asking prices on this machine, and we have a great deal. So what we're going to do is, she's going to show you the price, and since she's busy, we have this great price. So we have a really bonus too. So this is the new machine, the DX-4000QVP, and it is normally, MSRP is normally $54.99, but JUKI gave me a really good deal on these machines for the expo, and we're getting them for $39.99. And guess what? That's just not it. We have a bonus. You ready for this?
I'm ready for this, Jackie.
Bonus. Free fabric. Free $150 in fabric. What? Yeah, I know. She's like, I want to go shop on it. So basically, you get the machine for $39.99, and then you get $150 in fabric. You can't beat free fabric. So you get a machine, and you get fabric to go home with, to sew and quilt with. That's awesome. Plus, we do have financing available, 0%. So don't forget, if you can basically comment in there. If you want someone to call you, you can instant message us or however, or call the store, and we leave a message, and we'll get some machines on it. Get you a machine. Awesome.
The staff here is great at answering all your questions and demoing the machine, so don't hesitate to ask anything.
So we'll put the price up so you can see it while she changes positions.
And we're just going to move over one machine here. It is a great addition if you have a bigger JUKI machine and maybe like to do classes, or you do travel, or we are in Arizona, so a lot of you have a second home. This is a great add-on addition to what a machine you may already have. Again, you have that little bit bigger opening. It is 7 inches from your needle to the edge of your machine. You do have that great table, 22 inches by 12 that you get again. This machine comes with some quilting accessories. It comes with a free motion foot and a guide, so you get that extra value, so you're not losing any of the feet that you might want. When you turn this machine on, again, it's going to tell you what stitch to use. It's going to tell you what foot to use best. And again, you can go ahead and change your stitch width and stitch length right here just at the touch of a button. This machine does have several built-in stitches, which I love. Let's see, it's got over 200 built-in stitches in it, and you can combine those stitches as well. So if you wanted to do those, it's just a touch of a button, pick what you want. I'm sorry, use our arrow over, pick what you want, hit OK, and now you have access to all your decorative stitches. This machine also is so cool because you do have, and I don't know, can you zoom in here any closer? I want to be able to show you that this machine actually has a converter to make it a single hole needle plate. I don't know if you guys can see that, but right now we have the multi-purpose converter on there, and we just take our bobbin out, click that button, and now we have a single hole needle plate. So easy.
What?
So
That is awesome.
yeah, just like that. So that's one of the things that makes this great for travel. You'll notice I'm putting the bobbin back in. All of our machines have the quick set bobbin, which is great, so you don't ever have to worry about picking up that bobbin thread. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you one of the great things is, if I get this one on here, okay. So this fabric right here that I'm going to work on is just a heavyweight canvas, and I'm going to fold it and do 4 layers. This is going to blow your mind, Jackie.
Oh, fun.
So I'm on my straight stitch. I'm going to hit OK. I'm on my straight stitch, and I'm just going to go ahead and step on the gas here, and it is sewing through that 4 layers. Just lickety split quick. I'm not even forcing it. I'm not doing anything. Use my cutter. Bring my thread up. So just that easy. And now I'm going to take my silky sheer fabric, and I'm going to fold it just in half. And I'm going to do the same thing. And I want you to see with just changing my fabric, just that easy. I have no puckers, no stretching, no anything. That's how awesome these JUKI machines are. They are made for the ease. So I have done nothing, and I have no puckering, no gathering. So great addition to your arsenal of machines. If you're a new beginner sewer, this is great. New beginner quilter. Jackie, why don't you tell them the price on this bad boy?
This one we have on a great price, and you're right. It would be a great travel machine on it. So this one normally is $19.99, and we have it in sale for $14.99. And plus, guess what? You get free fabric with it, but you get $75 worth of fabric, which is still, I don't know about you, but we can shop a lot with $75 worth of fabric. What do you think?
I can do some serious damage,
What do you
Jackie.
think? So it's If you have questions or anything, type it in the comments and we'll get you. So the next one we're going to do, oh, this is one of our favorites. We can't wait for this.
All right. So this next machine I'm going to show you is the TL 2020 PE edition. The PE is a platinum edition. And once these machines are gone, they are gone. But this is one of the top of the one of the top selling machines that JUKI has. Let me sit down so you can see me here a little bit better. So the reason this one is so popular, Jackie, is because JUKI has brought that true industrial strength, true industrial power into a straight stitch home machine. So you can't ask for much more than that. So let me just show you some of the things that come with this machine. Because it is a straight stitch only machine, there's not a lot of accessories that come with it. But this platinum edition, JUKI has made it well worth the price. So you're going to start out with, we have our basic straight stitch foot. And then you do a lot of garment sewing, you have your zipper foot. For garment sewing, we have a rolled hem foot. For our wonderful, wonderful quilters out there, we have a 1/4 inch foot with the flange. We also have a compensating 1/4 inch foot. This compensating foot, the flange actually moves up and down, so you get an accurate 1/4 inch every time. This is great for bindings, top stitching on purses, all those 1/4 inches that you need that are just quite, your 1/4 inch foot doesn't fit under there. So that compensating foot works great for that. It also comes with a walking foot and a guide for your walking foot. So I know a lot of people that buy this do draperies and upholstery, so the walking foot is always a must. So it comes with all those, but that's not all. So for our wonderful quilters out there, they have also included this great pack of feet. So you get your basic everyday stippling foot. You get a quilting free motion foot that has a wider base, so if you're doing the heavier fabrics, it spreads your fabric out more. For those of us that can't draw real well and don't have a good imagination, that would be me. I follow a lot of stencils and I follow a lot of the movement in the fabric. So now we have an open toe foot.
Nice. That's
Remember,
great.
this all comes with this machine. I do a lot of ruler quilting. We now have a ruler foot that comes with the machine.
I like that foot because you can adjust it.
Yes,
So
you can
use
adjust the
different,
height.
yeah, different,
And you can,
rulers and stuff.
for your different size rulers, it glides right along the edge there. If you're not familiar with ruler quilting, go ahead and come on into the store because the girls here will be more than happy to show you how to do that. And then the last foot that this guy comes with is a echo foot. So if you want to do some of that echo quilting, landscape quilting, all that you can do. So that's a great benefit to this machine, a great feature to this machine. But let me just kind of show you how durable this machine is. So this is some faux leather. And like I said, I like to do purse handles and that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this. I got to put it on my lap because
Fold in
can't
there.
fold. And so I have 4 layers of leather. Get that out there. And I'm just going to put it right underneath my foot. Lower it. Step on the gas. And I forgot to hold my thread. See, Jack, you gotta love light TV, don't you?
I know.
All right, get my thread out of there. And we're just gonna sew all the way down that. I have not forced it, I've done nothing. And it has sewn through that 4 layers of denim, or I'm sorry, of leather. And it looks just as good on the back as it does the front.
And you don't even have a leather needle in there.
I don't, I just have the regular high performance needle.
I was kind of thinking, what needle did we put in
She's
there?
like, wait, it's gonna break, this is gonna
Yeah.
be, no, perfect. And actually, I can take it one step further. So I was playing yesterday, Jackie, when I first got here, and this is 1/4 inch thick leather.
Wow.
And I actually sewed on this as
Sweet.
well without putting a needle in. And I'm just gonna lengthen out my stitch. And you don't wanna go real fast, but we can go ahead and sew through that. And I am not forcing it, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sewing a little slower. But how cool is that?
I mean, I
Jackie?
know JUKI is mainly commercial machines. And look at this, their household machine just does as good a job as their commercial
Yeah.
on it.
So Jackie will give you the special on this one, and then we'll move over to the next machine.
So this one normally runs, if you can probably zoom out, are we a little bit late there? Well, I will talk, oh, there we go, hi! There. So normally this machine is, MSRP is $24.99. We have this on special for $14.99. And you guess it, you get the machine and free fabric with it.
Woohoo!
Such a bonus! Free $75 worth of fabric. So it's $14.99 and United States, and you just call us or write a little comment in the comment. We can get you squared away. So $14.99, and then free shipping and $75 worth of fabric. So for those who are not local, we have a wonderful website that we sell all our fabric and everything on. So you can do 2 things. You can also go on our website and buy this. Or you can, and what we'll do is we'll give you a code for a coupon for the $75 worth of fabric so you can shop online. So if they're not here, but if you're here in Arizona, come into our store. We have 3 locations, El Mirage, Chandler, and our main location at 35th Avenue in Northern. So should we go to the next one?
Well, I just want to say one more thing.
Oh.
If you guys are in love with this machine,
Oh, yeah,
again,
you're right.
the Platinum Edition, once these machines are gone, they are gone. So make sure you're calling your girls at 35th Avenue
yes,
and letting them know
definitely.
you want this machine because there's not too many of them left
I
around.
know.
And they've been a hot seller.
Very hot seller, yeah.
So our next machine we're going to talk about, if you do kind of need to think about it just a little bit and you're not 100% sure and ready to commit, This machine is our TL18QVP. Again, you can see it looks the same, all the same great features. The difference is it doesn't come with all those great quilting feet. It does come with two quilting feet, two free motion feet. It still comes with your walking foot. It still comes with your guide for your walking foot, and then your zipper foot, your 1/4 inch foot, your compensating 1/4 inch foot. You're just not getting that big pack of feet. But you can buy those extra, so you can just call the girls at 35th Avenue and they can ship you those feet out if you decide to take your time and think about possibly getting this machine. So again, this one's the TL18QVP, looks similar. The biggest difference on this machine is it has what's called a micro lifter. So we have an extra knob here. What this micro lifter does, and again, this is going to be a zoom in thing, so hopefully you can see this, but when we are sewing and mending our jeans, or we're sewing multiple layers of applique, that kind of stuff, sometimes our machine will kind of bog down, or you'll get that lip when you're sewing your seams together. So I'm going to turn this micro lifter here, and what that's going to do is it is going to ever so gently, and it's not doing it yet, but it's going to ever so gently, ever so slightly actually raise, and here it goes. It's raising the front of our foot. Can you guys see that? I hope you can see that. If not, maybe we can do a close-up video and put it on your website. Oh, but yeah. It is ever so gently raising the top of that, the front of those feet. And what that's doing is it's giving you the compensation to go over and not have those lips and those wrinkles and that kind of stuff. So it just makes things so much easier and so much smoother for those heavier fabrics and doing the multiple layers. So that's really the only difference between these two machines, the accessories it comes with and the micro lifter, and it's in white. So you don't get that great platinum color, but white's a good color too. So Jackie, why don't you tell us the price on this one? She's running around the table.
Sorry, I'm coming around on another side. So the price on this one is normally $18.99, and we have it on a great deal at $12.99.
Holy cow.
I know, it's awesome. So $12.99, and of course, free fabric.
Free fabric?
Gotta have that free fabric, so it's a great bonus. And we have someone standing here that really wants this machine. She's eyeing it over here, so.
She doesn't want to be on camera,
She
though,
don't
so
want
we're
to be
going
on
to
camera,
spare
so
her.
we're not gonna, she's a little, you know.
That's appropriate.
Yeah, exactly. On it. So, great machine, great price. You can't beat it. And for $12.99, and you get all those feet, all the different things.
Yep.
And we do, in store, we do offer free lessons. So if you are local, or if you're out of town coming into town and you need a lesson on the machine, when you purchase a machine from 35th Avenue, we offer free lessons. This is kind of a basic machine, but there's always those questions, just like the micro lifter. You know, people don't understand that right away, so they need help with it. So don't forget, you do get free lessons in the local area. Even if you buy it from out of town and you decide to come visit Arizona in the winter, where it's gorgeous, of course, you can come in and we still give you a class. So don't forget, free lessons.
Very awesome.
So I guess
we're gonna jump over to our bigger machines now, and so we're gonna run over the machine. The camera's gonna have to follow us. Here, this is more the JUKI look that, if you're familiar with JUKI, this is more the look that you're accustomed to. So this machine is the J150QVP. You can see it has that great big opening. Again, 12 inches from the needle to the bed of the machine. Again, this is a straight stitch only machine, Jackie.
Wow.
So,
but look at that table.
yeah, you get the table with
Oh, I like that table.
The industrial foot control comes with it. So this whole entire setup comes with it. The extension table in the back is, you can drop it. You don't have to keep it up all the time. If you're in a smaller spot, you don't have to attach it, but it is an option for you. But the cool features of this machine is, of course, you get that stand-up, the thread stand, the tower. I couldn't think of the word there, sorry. The thread tower that stands way up. But when you're looking at this screen here, this machine will sew 2,500 stitches per minute.
What?
Yeah, it is crazy fast. So if you are doing a lot of piecing, a lot of masks, hoping this pandemic ends, but you don't know. So if you're into making those masks, you can make a mask in about 3 minutes on this machine. It's
wow.
so quick. But you can change that speed control. You can take it down to whatever you like. You'll notice on the foot here, it does have a finger guard on here that you can take off if you don't like it, but because the machine stitches so fast, we recommend until you get used to it, you want to keep that finger guard on there, but you can take it off. This machine also will let you program to do a locking stitch at the beginning or the end of your seams. You can change your stitch length, you can do your cutter, you can change your pressure, you can change your tension right here in the screen. It's very cool, very user-friendly. Obviously, you can see everything's kind of push button. You can customize your straight stitches. So what I mean by that is you can make the machine do 4 stitches forward and 1 stitch back, and 4 stitches forward and 1 stitch back. Why is that important? Because you get that nice hand quilting look.
Nice. That's
on
great.
An industrial machine.
That's great.
You can also change the direction of your feed dogs depending on what kind of fabric you're sewing. So if you're sewing velvet or anything with the nap, you can actually change the position of those feed dogs to make that pull or that drag less or more. And then just at the touch of a button, you can go ahead and drop your feed dogs so you can do that awesome free motion quilting on this machine as well. It does come with, of course, your straight stitch foot, a 1/4 inch foot, and a free motion foot. So there you go.
You can't beat that.
No?
Are we going to do a stitch on it to see how fast it goes? I'm so excited.
For you, Jackie.
Awesome.
All right, so we do have to get out of our
And now that you messed it all up and everything.
All right. And this machine actually, for an industrial machine, it is super quiet. You're not going to barely hear it when I step on the gas here. So I took the stitches down. Let me put the stitches, let me put the stitches, oh, hello. Let me put the stitches back up here. All right, so we're at max speed. You guys ready for this?
Wow, that's speedy.
Super impressive, right? So if you're doing your free motion quilting, how fast could you free motion a quilt?
You know, that's the way I drive, and that's the way I quilt.
Oh, Jackie, you need
I know.
this machine. You
Exactly.
really need this machine.
Just don't tell anyone over there. The cops will be outside in the parking lot.
Yikes.
So isn't the feed dogs and JUKIs, aren't they a different type versus other machines?
You got it, Jackie. So what makes the feed dogs so unique for JUKI is that they work on a box feed system. So instead of it pulling your fabric or rocking your fabric, it actually does a box feed. So it actually drops the feed dogs, moves your fabric, comes back up, and contacts your fabric again. Moves your fabric, drops your fabric. So it actually works in a box, not a rocking motion. So you don't get that extra fabric at the end when you're piecing, or you don't get that pull and that stretch. So when you get to the end of your seam, your fabric's always even.
Nice. That's the JUKI way.
Yes. It's the industrial way.
Industrial JUKI way. Yeah, you got it. So this is a great table, and like she said, you don't have to have the backup. You can leave that down, whatever you want. And I like the foot control, because you just put your foot on there and it goes. Yeah, yes. Exactly. So great price on this. This one we have on special for $39.99. That's not bad.
That is an awesome price for an industrial
machine that does quilting, free motion, piecing.
We sell a lot of these to garment sewers. You know, that cosplay and that kind of stuff is so popular right now.
Wait, it's even lower than that.
Oh,
go ahead. You can tell them. You can go
no,
ahead.
No,
you can tell.
No, I'm
okay,
not
wait. Okay,
it's your store.
It was we actually had a great deal on it. It's a better deal than $39.99. It's $29.99.
Holy cow,
yeah.
Jackie.
Wow. And what were you saying about cosplay? Because you know we do have before.
That's okay.
That was like shocking. $29.99.
I know. We got so excited.
Yeah.
So we do sell this to a lot of garment sewers because with the cosplay and the top stitching and that heavier thread for those heavier fabrics, we sell a lot of these machines to garment sewers.
Oh, that's perfect on it. And they have a lot of time right now to get all their costumes ready and everything.
Because as soon as everything opens up, we'll go into cosplay.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. So $29.99, and of course,
free fabric.
woo! On it, we like it. On it. Again, this is a little more local, you know, because it's a heavy-duty machine. We could ship it, but you know, it'd be a good one for local on it. So
it'd be well worth driving out and seeing
exactly.
the store. Their store is pretty awesome.
Yeah, you do have time to come in to put your hands on it, and of course you can come in anytime because we have them in the store. But if you want to come see us, you have till 2 o'clock today to do it, and we can go through it, and Sherry can show you all the little.
Well, I'll be here till 2 o'clock today. The other girls will be here longer, so you can come in.
Till 5.
You can come in, but if you want to come meet me, you got to be here by 2.
And she is the JUKI expert, so it's well worth it. Because you know, these samples back here, look at all these samples. She brought all these samples. They're gorgeous samples.
They're all made on my JUKI machine.
Nice. Great.
All right, so the last machine I want to feature for you guys today is our J350 machine. So this is our long arm machine. Jackie and her staff have it set up on a 5-foot frame right now. But one of the really great things about JUKI is they're always thinking ahead, and they're always what's the next step in quilting? What's the next step in sewing? So what they started out doing with this machine is it was actually on a table, and you can still get that. So if you're not sure you want to invest in a whole long arm system, you can do the sit down long arm. So the sit down long arm is this exact same machine, and you get this cool screen with it. So when you have it sitting in your table, you can do free motion quilting. But one of the biggest questions I get is, does this machine have a stitch regulator in it? And yes, it does. So even when you have it sitting down at your table, you have a stitch regulator in it. And what makes this so unique and so special is the stitch regulation is ran by optical lasers. And the optical lasers are actually built directly into the machine. So let me go ahead and turn this on here, and you can see the machine's running, but you can also see these laser lights light up, and that's actually what makes the machine run as that true 10 stitches per inch or 12 stitches per inch. So that's where that comes from. This also, because it's on a frame, this piece here is a ruler base. So you can get that as an added accessory too. But just as far as the basic machine goes, those lasers are always in the machine. This machine also has a bobbin winder attached directly to the machine, so you don't have to get out that extra bobbin winder. If you're sewing and quilting along and you go, oh my gosh, I'm almost out of bobbin thread, you can actually wind the bobbin while it's sewing. Did you know that, Jackie?
I did.
Okay.
That's great. I did know that. Yeah. So I like that. That's a great feature.
So that is exclusive to JUKI. And the other thing that is awesome is when we're quilting or we're going to town and we hit a seam, and you know, sometimes our needle gets stuck or we break a thread and we got to get that needle up. Well, you can use the needle up, needle down on the screen, but sometimes you have to have that manual flywheel. So we can't reach to the back of the machine to get that. So we go ahead, and JUKI has put a flywheel right here. So instead of running around the back of the machine or reaching to the back of the machine, you're just going to turn that flywheel right there, and it's going to bring your needle up and down. So that is a very convenient feature to the machine. The lights are LED lights, and they are right here in the handles of the machine. So they're always right there, always have direct lighting on your sewing. And probably the best feature about this machine is when you're quilting with your quilts, depending on what kind of fabric you're using, that kind of stuff, you get a lot of lint and you get a lot of debris from your fabric and your thread in your bobbin area, so you're having to do cleaning in it. Well, when you clean that out, you're just cleaning out the bobbin area. It's the only place you have to clean and the only place you have to oil as well. So everything inside this machine, again, it's a metal machine and it is very low maintenance and it has a direct drive motor. So when I talk about maintenance and I talk about, you don't have a lot to do to it, you really don't, because you have no belts inside this machine to maintain. None. It's a direct drive motor. That is an exclusive feature to JUKI as well. So really the only maintenance you are doing is cleaning out that bobbin area and putting a drop of oil in there. How easy is that?
That is very easy. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That I didn't know.
So you have no belt. So unfortunately, Jackie, you're not going to see these in your store for repair.
Oh,
but
man,
for
but that's okay.
But for the consumer, that is a
happy customer's
great
good.
feature.
Yeah.
So the way this machine is set up right now, it is set up on a 5-foot frame to do free motion quilting. So we can definitely give you a little taste of that. And I always do this. I always show the optic.
And then it has.
And then I unthread it, so I have to rethread it. So it is an industrial machine, so it threads front to back. You do get this free motion foot with the machine, but guess what, Jackie? It also acts as a ruler foot.
Nice.
Which is why we need the ruler base.
Yep. And it's a metal ruler base, which is nice.
And it doesn't screw in, it just slides on and slides off.
Nice.
So you don't have any of that screw, you don't have to mess with any of the screws or any of that kind of stuff. So let me just show you real quick. When the cruise control is on this machine, and right now I have it set up for 10 stitches per minute. It does not matter where I move or what I do. It maintains that perfect 10 stitches per inch. I always say per minute. It is per inch. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But always maintains that. Now we can change that. We can make it 12 stitches per inch or 9 stitches per inch. And that's just whatever you like. It's purely just a preference. And then again, like I said, JUKI is always thinking ahead. So what you can do if you decide, you don't want to do free motion anymore, or maybe you want to start a business with this machine. And of course, automation is so much faster, and you can make a lot more money with automation, that you can actually buy the quilt motion to go with this machine. And we're gonna hide the password here. And you can get the quilt motion to go with this machine.
That's the best way to do
Quilter's
feathers.
Creative Touch is the program we use. And it does have a lot of different prompts in here, so we're going to get through them pretty quick for us. And it literally is just a matter of putting the quilt motion on the carriage, putting the machine back in and plugging everything in, downloading the program to your tablet, and that is really everything you need to upgrade it.
Yep.
It takes about an hour to upgrade it.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, just that quick. We're thinking now we should maybe sing again.
Do the song dance. Yeah.
Jackie, you want to tell the price why this is getting all the notifications on it?
So we have a full package deal on this, which is a great deal. And it's coming with, like she said, you can do a 5-foot frame, a 7-foot frame, or a 10-foot frame. But the package price is on the 5-foot frame with the quilt motion and the tablet and everything. And normally we have it on sale for $16.99. We have it on $14,999. Plus, of course, you get free fabric, $250 worth of fabric. Plus, we have financing available. So if you want financing, you can do 60 months, no interest. So basically, that's a quilt. You quilt one quilt, and you basically pay for the machine each month. So on it. So $14,999 will get you this full thing. If you want to add the different ones, we have different prices on that. So it's a great deal.
And free fabric?
And free fabric. $250 in fabric. Woo!
That is enough to make a whole quilt right there,
exactly. Yeah.
So you get a full quilt.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks, Jackie. So now that this is booted up, I'll just show you real quick. We have our Quilters Creative Touch Pro, and periodically they do release updates for this program. One of the great things about JUKI, again, always thinking ahead, any updates, any new patterns that come in, they are all, you just go in, you update it, they are all free to you.
Nice.
You never have to pay for any of the upgrades, so that's a great feature. But if we do our select to sew here, it's going to ask me to set a space here, so we'll do that. Oh. Okay, so I can go ahead and pick a design, and I just tell it where to place it, and it's going to place it for me. And I can, even if I'm great and I don't have perfect lines, I can set it into corners. I can do all sorts of great stuff with this. I can do a pantograph. So there are over 300 patterns built in here. And I can go to continuous lines and I can do pantographs. So you never run out of designs. There are millions of designs online that people have made for you. You can download any of those designs. I have not found a program that this does not work with. So you can add this great quilt motion to it. Anything else to add on this, Jackie? I get so excited I forget.
Besides free fabric?
Yeah, besides free fabric. Oh, the other thing that is exclusive to JUKI that I forgot to mention on this quilting machine is it does have a built-in thread cutter. Again, the only commercial machine or quilting machine that has the built-in thread cutter.
And I like that you can adjust the handles.
Yep,
because that's always
handles.
Yeah.
So depending on how you want to sew.
So if you want to do little, like, you know.
You can get handlebars for the back if you want to do pantographs.
Yeah, but let the computer do the whole thing.
Yeah, comes with the laser.
Feathers, you know, by the computer is the best thing ever. You'll get perfect feathers all the time. So that's great. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I enjoyed my time here.
Yeah.
And it's so warm and wonderful, and I'm going to go back to cold Colorado.
Yeah, now you go back to snow. Yeah, we'll enjoy our weather. I would say sunny, but it's not sunny today. It's a little overcast. But
well, I'll be here about another hour, maybe an hour and a half. So if you have any questions, please come on down. Come see me before I leave. Because I'll be back, I just don't know when.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully. I love the girls here.
Yeah.
I love being
we'll have
here.
To do a class.
So even if you've never been here, come check the store out.
Yeah, it's a huge quilting store.
Thanks,
we have
guys.
a lot of machines. Thank you. And all that. So come see us on it. And plus we have a big event center. So that's where we're at. We did our booth in our event center, which is great. So we have some really, really great prices on the JUKIs. So I hope you enjoyed our virtual. This is our first Expo virtual showcase. It will go through, next one is Bernina, which is January 29th and 30th. And then we have Viking, Foth, and then we have Baby Locks. So again, check our website so you don't have to write it down. And you can register to for a drawing on the website. Prices are good for a week. So if you want to just give us a call, and we'll put our information and we'll put our toll-free number up on the screen in a minute. Plus, again, you can visit any of our locations. We have, like I said, we have a West Valley and El Mirage, which you haven't been there before, or you're in the West Valley and haven't seen it. We redid it. It's a gorgeous store. And if we do have our store in Chandler, which the gals are great out there. Go visit them, and they have lots of fabric and a lot of machines. And then, of course, our mothership is at 35th Avenue in Northern, and it's our big store, and we have all our machines. We have tons of fabric. We have our service department there and everything, because we do service all these JUKI machines. We service pretty much every brand on the machines. So thank you for joining us, and this is our Expo #1, and hopefully you join us for Expo #2 coming this Friday. This is Jackie out.